Very good morning, students. Today we are going to discuss exercise 8.1, question number 5. Prove that the line segment joining the midpoints two sides of a triangle is parallel to the third side whose length is half of the length of the third side. So that is the question. So first let us take a triangle ABC. So A, B, C. So two sides of the given question is what? The line segment joining the midpoints of two sides. Two sides I am taking this side and this side. So midpoint of this line joining this line, so that is equal to what? D and E. So we can prove that. So the D vector is equal to half of the distance of the third side. So to prove D vector is equal to what? The given question is what? The line segment joining the midpoints two sides of a triangle is parallel to this side, parallel to the third side. Length is what? Length is half of the distance, half of the length of the third side. So half of the length of third side. So we can prove that D vector is equal to half of the distance of BC. That is the proof. Okay, to prove D vector that is equal to half of the distance of BC vector. So now let us take a triangle. So consider a triangle. Let ABC be the triangle and D and E be the midpoint of D and E be the midpoint of AB and AC. Next, OA vector is equal to position vector of OA vector is equal to what? Position vector of OA vector that is equal to A vector, and OB vector that is equal to B vector, and OC vector that is equal to C vector. This is the position vector of A vector, this OB vector and OC vector. So now the midpoint of OD vector we can write. So A vector plus B vector by 2. AB vector plus B vector by 2. So let us consider this A vector is equal to A vector, and this B vector, and this is C vector. So midpoint of OD A vector plus B vector by 2, and midpoint of OE vector, so OE vector that is equal to what? A vector plus C vector, A vector plus C vector by 2. So now to prove D is equal to half of the distance of BC. So let us take, I am going to LHS. So LHS D vector that is equal to position vector of D vector is equal to what? OE vector minus OD vector. So OD vector value A vector plus C vector by 2 minus OD vector value A vector plus B vector by 2. So 2 is common. So A vector plus C vector minus, I am going to multiply minus inside, A vector minus B vector. So here A vector and minus A vector get cancel. A and minus A get cancel. So next remaining terms is what? C vector minus B vector by 2. So C vector we can write OC vector. So 1 by 2 take outside. C vector, position vector OC vector, and B vector, position vector OB vector. So that is equal to 1 by 2 OC vector minus OB vector, that is equal to what? BC vector. So left hand side DE vector. So this is the direction. So now we can prove that. So D is parallel condition is already, you know that any vector is equal to some scalar into B another vector, that is called parallel. So here parallel are condition A vector is equal to some scalar into B vector. This is called parallel. A is parallel to B vector. So here this is the condition. So here D vector is parallel to D is vector parallel to BC. So now Also modulus of D vector, that is equal to 1 by 2 modulus of BC vector. So modulus of vector எடுக்கும்போது direction cancel ஆகிடும். So DE is equal to 1 by 2 modulus of BC, so BEC. So நம்ம ப்ரூஃப் என்ன ப்ரூவ் பண்ணோம்னா DE is equal to half of the sides of BC. D உடைய லென்த் வந்து BCல half of the distance இருக்குன்னு சொல்லிட்டு ப்ரூவ் பண்ணோம். This is the our proof. Okay, B is equal to half of the distance of BC. So this is the answer for this question. Okay, thank you children.